NNRG.
Well, we've already played the first game in the series. Let's see how this one goes. Turrican II. Start it up and do the loading thing. So we're going to have flashing, or yeah, we're going to have flashing. Seems like par for the course by this point. So yeah, oh, that was quick to get to the intro. Also, lurid tricycle? That's an interesting name for a... Oh no, it says stub scroll there. Okay, I don't know what to believe now, who the actual group name is. Also, I'm reading the text here, and it seems like this particular game is another instance of a tape game that's been converted over to disc for some reason. So, not exactly sure what goes on with that, but whatever. Let's get started here. So, okay, we got our trainer stuff. That is a lot of trainers. Okay, select with the thing. And, oh, I was about to hit the start game, but it says turn the disc to side 2. I better go do that. So, disc is now side 2. Let's start it up. So, I'm going to guess it's going to do a little more. Yeah, it's going to do a little more loading. I will meet you at the end of this. Okay, here we go. Turrican II, the final fight. Oh, and that's not to be confused with the actual game called Final Fight. Or, what was the other one? Street Fighter 2010, The Final Fight, or something like that? There's a lot of games that seem to use that tagline, The Final Fight. But in any case, that's actually kind of a neat effect they're doing with the sort of waviness on the blue there, and then also doing it in such a way that the border, which you can normally only set to a solid color, is being changed in time to match the stuff going on the blue there. So that's pretty clever. But let's actually get in. Oh, looks like we got high scores. Those do not look like default high scores. So I'm going to guess maybe that's like from whoever put this game on the internet, or this particular copy that I've got here. But in any case, okay, it's looping the credits there, so let's start it up. It's gonna fade out the music. Loading level 1. So it just occurred to me that these are disk images I have here, but this was originally on a tape. And I've been told that it's possible for the Commodore 64 to sort of take control of the tape deck, or the cassette deck, or whatever they call it. Because I don't think they actually call it like a cassette recorder, because one, you're not recording with it, but well, I guess you can record to the tape files, can't you? So yeah, I don't know what they oh, data set, that's what they call it. They call it the data set on the C64. So the only thing I would think of here, though, is that I don't know if the Commodore 64 can actually tell the data set to rewind. Like, if it could, then that kind of makes a little more sense in terms of level progression, but if that wasn't the case, then you'd basically have to rewind it yourself every time you wanted to start again. Whoa! It's immediately back. It's immediately dropping enemies on me. I didn't even get a chance to finish any thoughts or anything. Okay, so if this is playing like the last one, don't we have a... Yeah, we have an attack that goes like that, and we're already getting power-ups. And we're already got a spread gun, and we're already dead. Okay, that was a very hectic first half minute of the gameplay. Okay, there's no enemies assaulting me now, so let's get a better handle on what's going on here. I got left and right controls, got up to jump, got my fire button. If I hold fire, I get this same move like we learned about in the first game. Looking at the on-screen elements, it looks like we have less features than in the first game. Which, I guess that's kind of weird, but I do notice that there's the one thing with the 0 is the gems, probably, and then the other one says 3. Now, if I remember, spacebar... Okay, that's the screen clearing attack. Okay, so... Well, I guess we'll get to it. Oh. Immediately getting assaulted by more enemies. Well, at least I can fire, like, super rapidly here. Like, if I hold it, I just get this attack, but... Whoa! Okay, so I'm learning rather the hard way that enemies can just get into your hitbox and stay there. And if they do that, your health drains out really freaking fast. So, yeah, this is, turning out to be a little tricky. Also, I just got lasers. Okay, we got a purple icon there. That gives me a... Well, that's interesting. The purple one is like this shot which reflects off of the surfaces. And, okay, yellow's a screen clearing attack. Okay, so we're already getting a whole bunch of different items here. That looked like some kind of spawning thing, but we took it out, so no problems there. And then, like, so far this seems to be playing okay. Don't know what the purple... No, the purple's what I've already got here. And then the yellow is the screen clearing attack. There's just freaking enemies all along the route, which... Jeez. Okay, this is, a lot harder than the first game. Okay, I really don't like the fact that the game actually starts you in danger, like, right away. Like, the game just immediately puts several enemies on you and is like, go, get rid of them. And those little green things, they get in your hitbox, and you can't hit them when they're in your hitbox. Although I did notice just now that if you die, you actually keep your weapons, so that's handy. But then those green things seem to also sometimes just die on their own. There's some weird stuff going on with this game. So yeah, so far I'm not liking this first level because so many of the enemies just come out of nowhere. Well, I shouldn't say nowhere. They come out of spaces where you can't really shoot them because of the way everything's been angled. So, like, I mean, I'm trying to make some progress forward here, but it's just hard to get a beat on everything. Okay, what is going on here? It's like there's some wind and I can't progress forward? Or, wait, how do I actually get out of this? Am I stuck? Okay, I'm not stuck. That was weird. Okay, I guess I'm not supposed to go that... Wait a minute. Is that solid? That looked like the background, but that's solid. Okay, I guess we're supposed to go up now. Okay, that is weird. So I'm testing some of the screen scrolling a little here, just from jumping around the platforms. When I initially jump... Okay, these jumping controls are actually... Because wasn't that long ago when I played the first Turrican game on this show, and I can tell you right now, these jumping controls are not as good for some reason. But yeah, what I do... When I jump between these two platforms, I can't see where I'm supposed to go, but if I jump straight up, suddenly I can see the little platform at the corner there. Something weird is going on with the way it's handling the camera movement. Okay, these jumps are really tricky because, again, the jump controls are not working the way I would expect them to. And, like, I'll try and figure out what's up with the jump sooner or later, but yeah, it's very weird. Okay, that got us a 1-up. Wait, is that all that's up here? Where am I supposed to go now? I'm not seeing anywhere to... What? Oh wait, there was an arrow on the waterfall just as it was falling down the screen. Like, I wasn't aiming for it or anything, I just sort of fell down it, but I guess here we are now. Under a waterfall? Okay, so that's a dead end. Also, that was weird, because I don't remember there being an arrow on that waterfall pointing down. Like, maybe there was something I did which triggered that arrow to show up? I don't know. Oh, and now we got a weird thing attached to a bunch of orbs. How do I damage this thing? Well, you know, at the plus side, that doesn't look like it can actually hit me from down there, so why don't we just do it this way? Yeah, I sort of just watched it for a bit because I was like, is it really not going to shoot me? Okay, that was weird. I thought I just lost a life, but it doesn't seem like I did. Okay, wait, how am I supposed to get those? Okay, I seem to recall that with the last Turrican game, someone was saying something about being able to change into like a different form. That it was almost like sort of like a Samus Morph Ball sort of thing, like from the Metroid games. But if I duck, like if I just hold duck, nothing happens. Firing doesn't work. Holding the fire button while ducking, that doesn't work. Okay, get this. You're supposed to... Okay, I got it working. How do I get out? Okay, you jump. Okay, so you hold down and hit spacebar. Now, that wouldn't be such a big deal if we were talking keyboard controls, but I'm playing on a gamepad right now, and on a Commodore 64 you'd be playing with the C64 joystick, which, from what I'm told, was atrocious. But you're expected to hold a direction and push the keyboard button at the same time? Like, really? Like, the only reason I can do this without, like, totally getting killed is because my gamepad, I'm holding it literally right in front of my keyboard. So yeah, in order to play this game as the average person, you would have to basically be holding your joystick directly in front of your keyboard to be able to smash that spacebar on command to do that attack. Also, it doesn't seem like there's anything else up here. I guess we'll just do this again. And then jump to get out of it. Now let's see if we can find a way out of this stage. You know, it'd be really helpful if you had the ability to, like, look up and down, because there's not a lot of viewing space up and down, yet you're expected to do some pretty extreme platforming here. And again, I need to stress, there is something very weird going on with the controls, because this is not controlling as well as the original Turrican. Oh, you know what? I've figured it out. I've figured out why the jumping controls seem to be wonky. Okay, so when you move, the player has a particular box within them, where when you're inside that box, the screen doesn't scroll. See? Screen's not scrolling, despite the fact I'm moving. Or even if I take little hops, screen's still not scrolling. So if I jump normally, I get sort of just this slow speed in the air, right? But if I'm jumping at the edge of the box, it like lurches me forward. So the screen scrolling itself moves the player faster. That is incredibly difficult to get used to. No wonder I'm having trouble with the jumps. Now, at least the game is keeping me well stocked in terms of extra lives, because, well, at least I think it is. I think that's the extra lives counter in the corner. Hopefully it also counts for time overs, because I burned through a whole bunch of time so far, and I have no idea how much longer this stage is. But yeah, see, there's another one up, and yeah, I'm up to 3 lives now, even though I'm pretty sure I've lost like 4 or 5 of them up to now. Also, that seemed to be a dead end, so it looks like I'm going to have to jump up this platform set again. But there's nothing up here either? Well, wait a minute. We went down this hole. There's like this hole in the waterfall that was clearly marked with an arrow, but this is all one giant dead end with 1-ups. There's nothing, like, this is the edge of the level here. So, this wasn't the way to go. Did I just, like, go through a huge section that made 0 progress other than to get me extra lives? What? Wait, I found the where. I found where I was supposed to go, but I only got like 12 seconds left, so I got a funny feeling this is not going to end well. Okay, this goes back up to the surface. Come on, let's see if we can... Oh, there's a boss! There's a boss. Well, so much for not running out of time. Well, that went badly. Oh wait, something just occurred to me. It didn't ask me if I wanted to continue or not. Does the game only give you 1 continue? Or is it such that the game won't let you continue unless it won't let you continue if it was a timeout or something? I don't know. It says, sorry, no entry. Yeah, because I only had 32,000 points and the lowest high score was like 100,000. Also, I'm trying to figure out, just think like where that waterfall is that I went down, because I'm like following the bottom path here, but I haven't seen that same waterfall that we went down earlier. So maybe it's like, or no wait, this is the waterfall, isn't it? Those stupid green things. Yeah, there's no arrow pointing down on this waterfall. Let's try something here. Let's go all the way over here. The wind is gonna pick up over here. So now let's go this way. And let's see if that arrow shows up. Yeah, look, the arrow's there now. Oh, I just blew up the arrow. Wait a minute. Okay, the arrow respawns because of the fact you can blow it up. So, the arrow's always been there. It's just you're shooting so rapidly just to get rid of all the enemies you're coming across that you're never gonna see that arrow the first time. Also, now that I know what's going on with the jumping controls and the way the camera's moving, it's making things a little easier to deal with, just because I know that if I'm at the edge of the camera's box for staying still, that it's not going to make it go faster when I jump. So knowing just that much is making it a little easier to deal with the platforming. Just a little. The thing is that you don't, because of the way the jumping works, you don't kind of immediately go into that fast mode when you jump, but... Okay, there's this thing again. We know how to deal with this thing, you just... Yeah, use your diagonal attack, because it can't shoot you if you stand still. Okay, I actually really like this particular weapon that I'm using right now, because if you miss, it bounces off of walls and starts hitting things at angles, and unlike the laser weapon, which we saw earlier, the laser weapon doesn't do that. So being able to hit things that are above you at such a sharp angle is an incredibly useful thing. Okay, so hold down, press the button, we get our little spinny thing. Okay, so if we go up see, I really hate those green things. Or maybe just, it would be so much better if instead of just taking damage constantly, you had like post-hit invincibility, get knocked back a little, not get totally ravaged by something jumping on top of you. So can we actually damage this thing? Okay, this seems to be working somewhat, but only when it's jumping? Or hang on. As I'm watching his attacks go, this boss seems to only have, like, it doesn't walk. The boss doesn't walk. So because of that, combined with the fact that its shots don't seem to be capable of hitting the ground to any degree, it seems like the way to beat this boss may be to just stay in the middle and use this attack. Let's try this. Let's just try staying in the middle. Oh, what the... Oh, I just destroyed it. Good. Okay, and the level's not over. Was that just a mini boss, not an actual boss? Why is the level still going? Freaking green things as well, holy jeez. Okay, we're diving into a purple abyss now, which... Okay. I have no idea where I'm going. We're not at the end of the level yet? Well, okay, we're at the end of the level space, but not the end of the level. Apparently we've got this large section of gems here. Well, I'm gonna keep searching. We're at the edge of the screen, so if I keep searching around, I got a feeling I'll find something. Oh, what the heck? There was like a P symbol power-up up here, and now it's gone? Well, that's not fair. Or wait, there was a 1-up that dropped too, and now that disappeared as well. What? Okay, there's some weird logic going on with some of the power-ups and stuff. Also, my shots aren't reflecting anymore. Like, I've got the reflective weapon. Why are my shots not reflecting? Did I, like, semi-break the game without intending to or something? Oh, okay. I think I found the 1-2. I managed to beat a level of this. Okay. And now we get to see if we start off immediately under attack again. The game loves doing that. And... okay. I can't say that was fair. The floor just sort of... Oh, we gotta wait for the loading again? Really? If there's anything that can be said about modern-day software and games compared to the old stuff, it's that you don't have to freaking spend forever loading anymore. I am so over the whole concept of loading times and everything, and also, I'm not liking this level already because it likes to just drop you into pits that you don't even know are there because it hides them until you step on the little thing that's a... Really? Just imagine getting here for your very first time and all of these pits just start swallowing you up. Also, I'm getting stuck in vines now. And I'm getting hit. I'm getting this level. This level starts you in like this like that. There's the secret to I literally just sort of gently tapped right while trying to hold down. And yeah, the game only gives you one continue. Okay, you know what? I survived one level, so there you go. That was Turrican II. It's harder than the first Turrican game, like not even by a small amount. The first Turrican game, I actually made a surprising amount of progress, despite not knowing about the ability to turn into a gyro ball. At least I think that's what it was. I think that's what it's called. Like, or did it call it a gyroscope? I don't know. Like, the point is, I made it surprisingly far in the first game, despite that. Whereas here, I died in like the first 10 seconds. Well, no, first 30 seconds. This game is significantly more difficult than the first one, at least from the feel of it. And I guess, like, if you were able to beat the first Turrican game, then yeah, you'd be ready for a super hard sequel. Like, I mean, that was the logic behind what happened with the second Super Mario Bros. Game. Like, the actual Super Mario Bros. 2 that they made in Japan that was so difficult that when they sent it to the people at Nintendo of America, they were like, really? You want us to release this in our market that's still recovering from the video game crash? No. So yeah, all things considered, I think I actually prefer the first Turrican game, just by nature of the fact that it's not as hard, and the jumping made more sense. Whereas here, the jumping controls are hampered by the fact that the camera movement adjusts how fast your jumping moves, and that gets really tricky to deal with. But the overall difficulty is also higher, so yeah, there you go. It's just a harder game, so if you like the first one and you wanted it harder, then this is the game for you.